So you're thinking about moving to Greater Seattle, Bellevue, and you've heard about this place called Mercer Island. Well, in today's video, we're gonna talk a little bit about Mercer Island, what makes this place so unique, and explore 3 different homes at 3 different price points so that you get a sense and feel of what it's like to live here on the island. We're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything about living in Greater Seattle and the surrounding areas like Mercer Island, then tap that notification bell and hit the subscribe button so you'll be the first to learn about all things Greater Seattle. My name's Sterling, my wife Jess and I are realtors here in Greater Seattle, and we get calls and emails every day from people just like you who are looking to make a smooth move to our area. So whether it's 9 days or 90 days out, please reach out, we'd be happy to help. We're here at one of the many parks on Mercer Island. This is Luther Burbank Park. It's 73 acres and offers a variety of things to enjoy. So of course, the best part is being on the water. We're facing towards Bellevue, and you can see maybe some of the large buildings in Bellevue behind me, or maybe not. I don't know if you can see it from that vantage point. And then we have a nice sandy beach here, grassy area. Now, 73 acres, you're not gonna see all of it from this vantage point. There are 3 tennis courts. There's a kids play area, a public boat dock, and a place to go fishing, and a variety of other activities. You can walk the dog here. It's just a great place to enjoy on the island. Now let's jump in the car and check out our first of 3 homes that we're gonna take a look at. Okay, as I make my way back to the car, I wanna mention that Mercer Island is nearly 13 square miles, or just over 8,000 acres. There are approximately 26,000 people who live here, and it really is a little slice of heaven. We're here at our first house, and I should mention that the median house price here on Mercer Island is around $2.5 million at the time of this recording. The average is even higher at nearly $3 million. So this house is an affordable home when it is below $2 million. What makes it affordable? Well, it's located in a great area. You've got all the beauties of the island at your fingertips, and it's a large home in a nice community. You can see behind me here, there's some nice houses, but this is priced at $1.9 million because it's a very dated house. It was built in 1955, and a lot of the original portions of the house have been left untouched, so it's up to the next owner to do some remodels and updates. And it's on a somewhat busy street, so I'm trying to time this in between the cars, but here behind me does get some traffic. So those 2 challenges make this home less than the average or median priced home on the island. Now, this house in particular, it's a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, like I mentioned, built in 1955, and it also has solar panels here. It has a cool layout, but because of the datedness and also low ceilings, it's priced the way it is. Now let's jump in the car, drive a little bit around the neighborhood so you get a sense and feel of the community as we make our way to the second house. So we just arrived at our second house, and as we enter the driveway, you can see it is a shared easement, and 5 houses share this in total. You can see on both sides of me. I'd rather not try to walk backwards, but you can see there's houses on both sides of me, and they're all in great shape. This particular community here on Mercer Island, there's some new construction, and you'll notice that around Mercer Island you're not going to have any huge new developments, nothing like you would find in other parts of the country where they have huge, massive plants of hundreds or thousands of homes. So if you want a newer built home, it's usually going to be a custom home or part of a small short plat. So as we're passing our fourth home here, we will end at the destination, which is the home we're gonna take a look at. It was built in 2013 and it's been really well preserved. You won't think that this is a 10-year-old house. You might believe me if I said this was brand new construction, because the family living here took such good care of it. And I am missing my sunglasses. I like to put my sunglasses on. We have a beautiful day here on the island. And one interesting note here is that it's always 70 and beautiful on Mercer Island. Of course, I'm kidding. It's the same climate as Seattle. You can see it's a 3-car garage. It's 3-story. You can see here it's got nice modern architecture and has a nice flare. And the inside photos, you can see it's got beautiful finishes, a nice chef's kitchen. And over here on this side, it's a green space. So nothing can ever be built here. It's actually a ravine, and you never have to worry about losing your privacy there, because nobody can develop. So you only feel like you have one neighbor off behind me here. And then as we tour on this side of the house, you can see bits of the mountains. And let me turn this way. You get a little front yard area to throw a football, whatnot, and you see the snow-capped mountains off in the distance. Because these trees here, you have your Doug firs, those tall evergreen ones, and you also have these deciduous trees. So in the wintertime, when the leaves do fall, like they right now we're in late February, early March, so these trees will fill out and you'll lose some of that view. But what's really nice is for a few months out of the year, you get a nice view of the mountains and part of the city as well. So there you have it. That's our second house on today's tour. Let's now go to our third house. So here I am making my way down to the third house on today's tour, and you can see behind me these gorgeous views already before you even get to the home, and also all this greenery surrounding the driveway. On this side, there's a house built in the 80s. Over here, this red house was built in the 40s. It needs some TLC. Probably will get a studs out remodel, or maybe even torn down and have a new construction home. You can see I'm embarrassingly out of breath because I'm walking up and down these hills. That's another thing to mention here on Mercer Island, is you have these windy roads. I'm walking down this long, steep driveway, making our way to our third and final house on today's tour. And here we are at our third and final house on today's tour. It's the last house, but it is definitely not least by any stretch, and that's because this is waterfront living. So not only is it Lake Washington waterfront living, but we're here on the Gold Coast of Mercer Island. It's the Gold Coast because you have this gorgeous line of waterfront that's facing west, so you get those gorgeous westerly views. You can see the dock right here behind me. This is a private dock, and what's so cool is this is 112 feet of private waterfront. And the house just behind me here, you can see it was built in 1987. It's a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, and nearly 4,300 square feet. Some of it has been updated, while other parts of the house has been left untouched and original to the 1987 construction. Now I know you want to see more of the waterfront, so let's face this way. You can see downtown Seattle from this vantage point, and if you're really quiet, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm enjoying the waves, just the light lapping of the waves against the shore here. Can you hear that? I hear a plane overhead. But what makes this place so magical, you're just minutes from downtown Seattle, minutes from downtown Bellevue, and this very safe island life. You've got some very exclusive estates next door, and what's wonderful about this is you don't see your neighbors directly. So you see the docks, but behind me here, you have this canopy of trees. Also on this side, you have a hedge, so you might be able to see this roof line, but there's a hedge that spans this side of the house, so you always have that sense of privacy and exclusivity. We hope you liked today's tour of Mercer Island and pointing out 3 different homes at different price points. We know that everybody's needs and budget is different, and it's of course dependent on what you are looking for in a home. So anytime you are looking to find a house in Greater Seattle, Bellevue, or Mercer Island, or any place in between, please shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. We'd be happy to show you around town. Thanks.